Looks like it was Anthony Lepresto, Dustin Griffiths, Tyson Landis, Jeffrey Stewart, Aaron Schaefer, Kevin Hanley, Sean Wallenfels, and Chris Roberts, who were the guys that transferred from the B to the A. I can't actually go back to the previous session, unfortunately, Brian. We are starting to roll here for tonight's A main. James Tiernan, Brandon Steele. Your front row, Newellhoffen, Smolder, Schmidt, Hannigan, Paolo, Faria, Newell, Eiler, Westergaard, Hobson. Top 12 there. "40 laps the distance, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get going this time. James Tiernan bringing him down. Brandon Steele on the outside. Quick qualifier, Trey Schmidt currently in third. You can see big-time battles there through the middle of the pack. We're watching the men up front right now. Brandon Steele on the I side. Schmidt working the low line. Ooh, big problems for Faria there. Upside down in turn number 2. And that is going to take him out of contention very early here. See if we can back it up. Get a look at what happened to the 72. He's going to get over the cushion. Right rear finds the wall. And all kinds of trouble for Brad Faria as his night is ended in the opening laps. Tiernan, Schmidt, Steele, your top 3. White flag lap moves to lap 43. Caution flag laps, of course, do not count in DOB competition. Going to go green here off of turn number 4. Tiernan, bottom of the track. He's going to protect that inside with Schmidt right there on his back bumper. See Schmidt moving to the middle there through 3 and 4, but Tiernan was actually able to pull those guys. He's got the bottom working really well. Brandon Steele under fire from Alex Smolders. Smolders working the top side of the racing surface. One of the lone guys up there, actually. See the leader on the bottom, second and third roll in the middle. Smolders, you can see him working that car. That cushion is quite cowboy, but there's plenty of speed with it right now. It's right along with Smolders here. He's got around the third place machine. Brandon Steele sets his sights on the top 2. You can see them working the bottom. He's flying it in up top. Hear the contrast in throttles between the race leader who's on the bottom and Smolders, who was basically wide open. Caution flag's going to wave here. Problems for Tyson Landis. See what happens. He's got Jeffrey Stewart ahead of him. Kevin Hanley there behind him. Landis gets into the fence, and actually another car finds the fence behind him. Not sure what happened there. I think that was Wallenfels, actually. But you can see Landis now in the pits, and his night is over. White flag lap becomes lap 46. Tiernan, Schmidt, Smolders, Steele, and Weston Newell up 4 spots. Eiler and Lepresto Griffiths also making their way forward in this race. We're going to go back green this time by James Tiernan. Has control. See Schmidt trying to work a middle line there on the restart. Did not help him. Smolders once again to the top of the track. He's got Steele and Newell there. Newell caught the inside tire. Oh, and he spun as well. Caution flag waves. When we back this up, we're going to watch Weston Newell, who's going to make contact with the infield tire. Spins in front of Dustin Griffiths, who can do nothing to miss the 222. Those boys get it sorted out, but not before they lose a lot of positions. Weston back to 15th. Was moving his way forward. Now he's got a lot of work to do. Tiernan still out front. Schmidt up 3. Smolders. Anthony Lepresto, the man on the move right now. He's up 8 spots. We are back green. Working lap 19. See Tiernan still on the bottom of the track. A lot of moisture down there coming off of turn 4. You can see Schmidt and Smolders working a higher line. So far, unable to do anything with him. Looks like Braden Eiler making his way forward in this race. He's right there behind Lepresto as the caution flag waves once more. Can't see. Is that Chris Roberts? Roberts making contact with Jeffrey Stewart going into the corner. Shea Paolo and Aaron Schaefer getting crossed up in that as well. White flag lap moves to lap 52. Gonna go green here off of turn number 4. James Tiernan. Good start there. He got a good run. Schmidt was able to stay real close with him. You saw those two cars nearly making contact. Now Tiernan is starting to think that he's got to find a different line. He moves up. Schmidt goes to the inside for the race lead. He puts the slider on. Tiernan back under. See who's going to be able to hold on to the race lead. Schmidt on the high side. Tiernan on the low side. Now, changed for the lead. Move Trey Schmidt into the P1 position. Quick qualifier here tonight. And now he's in control. Tiernan's going the wrong direction. Smolders has made his way around Tiernan, who now realizes that the top side is where you need to be. So he joins those guys up there, but not before losing 2 positions. Smolders now searching. Trying to find a way to make up that gap to the race leader. Ooh, problems for fourth place. Brandon Steele, he makes contact with the fence. He's able to control that car before it gets too out of hand. Very lucky for the driver of the 105. See Lepresto right there. Mason Hannigan has moved his way into 7th spot in this race. Caution flag flies once more. I think we're going to find some problems for Aaron Schaefer here. Nope, he's already in the pits. Is that Shea Pallow? It is. Gets into turn 1. A little too hot. Makes contact with that wall. And that is it for Shea Pallow, who gets out of the way of the leaders and parks it unceremoniously, but quite fantastically in his pit stall. All right. White flag lap moves to lap 55. Trey Schmidt, currently your race leader. Alex Smolders and James Tiernan. Brandon Steele and Anthony Lepresto, your top 5. We're going back green here, working lap 35. 20 laps left in this race. 40 was the distance, providing a significant challenge for those drivers. Look at Tiernan biking down the backstretch. There's still some good moisture down there. He's finding it, but he's got to keep that nose on the ground. He's going to lose 3rd spot to Steele. You see these guys changing their lines, trying to find whatever they can. Track being very complicated at the moment. Every corner, they're trying something different. Right now, our race leader, Schmidt, working that slider line, allowing that car to push up to the cushion coming into the exit of the corners. And he's turning some pretty quick laps. Behind them, looks like Dustin Griffith's getting back into the mix of things. He had some early problems. See him doing battle with Westergaard there. It's Brent Hobson right in front of those two cars. Eiler and Hannigan fighting it out in front of them. Hannigan on the bottom has made his way around Eiler and now fighting with Lepresto. A lot of patience being shown by Hannigan, still working that bottom. Multiple racing lines available for these guys. Some better than others, but still. Trey Schmidt starting to extend his lead. That 12 car looking quite well as the laps start to tick away. Still plenty of time for things to change, especially with a timely caution, but right now, he looks like he feels pretty comfortable. But as we know, in DOB competition, any sort of slip-up could mean disaster, as these guys would have the opportunity and James Tiernan upside down. Backed it up a lap here. Tiernan doing battle with Lepresto. He's going to come down into turn 1. Make contact with the fence. Car hops up. Lepresto drives through. And that is going to end James Tiernan's night. Unfortunate for the driver that started this race on the pole. Led most of the early going. Smith, Smolder, Steele, Lepresto, Hannigan, your top 5. White flag lap moves to lap 58. So we're going to restart with 10 to go. Jordan, I think Billy's going to join us in the booth here momentarily. We're going green now. The final stages of the DOB Wicked Energy Gum Midget Series. Race 3 at Limaland. Coming to a conclusion. Trey Schmidt still working that slider line to perfection. Alex Smolders in second. Has Brandon Steele bearing down on him. Smolders going to start trying a little different entry there into turn 1. Hop on board with Lepresto here. See how thin that cushion is up top. Still a lot of moisture through the middle. He found it there. But you can hear how much they're off the gas on entry. Hannigan holding off Eiler, who's ahead of Hobson. That battle for 5th. 5 to go, and the caution flag waves. Try to see what happened here. Looks like a problem for Hobson, who we said was battling for 5th. See right there with Eiler, Hannigan getting a little crossed up. Those guys made contact. Kind of surprised that brought out the yellow, actually, since he spun to the infield. A little strange, but there you have it. Lap 61 becomes our white flag lap. Going back green here. Trey Schmidt, your race leader. Smolders in second. Brandon Steele third. Steele looking to the bottom here to try to make something happen on Smolders. That might open the door for Lepresto, who's coming through. Hannigan right there as well. Excellent battle here for second as Trey Schmidt pulls away. You see Steele try that slide job up on Lepresto. Unable to make it happen there through 3 and 4. One car upside down. That's Dustin Griffiths. No caution as of yet. We stay green. Griffiths able to get that car off the track. White flag in the air for Trey Schmidt. Quick qualifier here tonight. Has half a lap to put his first feature win in DOB competition this season. Here he comes, Trey Schmidt, gonna win the DOB Wicked Energy Gum Midget Series race at Limaland. Smolders gonna come home in second. Brandon Steele finishing third. Wild first race here tonight in the DOB Midgets. And our winner, Trey Schmidt, getting a little bit of celebrating in before he parks it on the front stretch. We're going to see if we can get these guys into the Discord to have interviews with the top 3. See if we can pull in second place Alex Smolders here. Alex, that looked like a very challenging racetrack out there. Multiple grooves, everybody trying a handful of different things. Looked like your car was working pretty well on the cushion. How do you feel with that second place finish there?
I'm happy with it. I mean, my car, I couldn't do nothing. I had no drive off. Trey was just destroying me out of the turns, and I wasn't trying to block, but I wasn't blocking, put it that way. I wasn't blocking. My car was just out of control, and it was just wherever it pointed going into the turn, that's where I was going to run going into that turn. So if it was able to stay up top, I'd stay up top. And if it was pointing to the bottom, I was around the slider line. I just had nothing for Trey. I was just trying to keep my car off the wall and still intact.
Well, it didn't work out too bad. Second place finish here. We've been running pretty good with DOB, but a couple of tough breaks have kept you from getting a good finish like this. Got to give you a little bit of confidence going forward here tonight.
Yeah, that's my second place on the season with the Midgets, and I think we've only had 3 or 4 races, so it's pretty decent. This is one of the best league on iRacing right now for anything open wheel, sprints, midgets, non-wings, and there's just so many good people in here. It's just crazy.
There you have it. Alex Smolders coming home second here tonight in the DOB Wicked Energy Gun Midget Series. We've also got our race winner, Trey Schmidt, in the Discord. Trey, you started 5th in this race. It took you a little while to find your way to the front, but once you did, you never looked back from that point. Talk to us about how that car was working in that race.
Yeah, the track ran right to me there, and I would dust off like